Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing Leetcode problem 888, fair candy swap. With JavaScript, this is considered an easy problem. Alright, so it says Alice and Bob have a different total number of candies. You're given two integer array Alice sizes and Bob sizes, where Alice sizes at I is the number of candies in the ith box of candy that Alice has, and Bob sizes J is the number of candies of the jth box of candy that Bob has. Since they are friends, they would like to exchange one candy box each so that after the exchange, they both have the same total amount of candy. Total amount of candy a person has is the sum of the numbers of candies in each box they have. Return the integer array answer, where answer 0 is the number of candies in that box that Alice must exchange, and answer 1 is the number of candies in the box that Bob must exchange. If there are multiple answers, you may return any one of them. It is guaranteed that at least one answer exists. Okay, let's simplify this. What we need to do is we need to figure out a number that we can swap between these two arrays so that the total sum of all the numbers in each array equals each other, right? So we can ignore all that candies business. It's not that important. It's as simple as that, right? So right now, 1 plus 1 is 2, and 2 plus 2 is 4, so we need to equal each other. So what we can do is we can swap 1 and 2, and then this would be a 2, this would be a 1, they would both equal 3. Right? So what we return is the first number we'd be swapping from Alice sizes, and the second number is the number we'd be swapping from Bob sizes, right? So same thing here. 1, 2 equals 3, 2, 3 equals 5. So if we swap 1 and 2, this is now 2 and 2, this is now 1 and 3, they both equal 4. Here, this equals 2 and this equals 4, so what we could do is we could swap this 2 with this 3, and then this would equal 3. 1 and 2 equals 3. Okay. So the thing that you want to really take into account here, I mean, when I initially did this, I just did a nested for loop where I just, would check every, I would check 1 and 2. If I swapped that, were these equal? And if it wasn't the case, I would check 1 and 2. This 2, if they weren't equal, then I would check 1 and 2, and 1 and 2, like that, right? So you can do that with a nested for loop pretty easily, but given this, some of the test cases will time out. Not to mention that's not a very efficient solution. So here's another way you can do it. Okay, first thing we're gonna do, let's grab these. I wish they'd give you larger test cases that show what's going on in the actual test cases behind the scene. That'd be nice. Save you a lot of time, but whatever. Whoops. Okay. So here's our function. We're not going to return anything yet. Should we see undefined in the console? We do. Okay, first thing we need to do is we need to calculate the total sum of both of these. And the easiest way we can do that is use a reduce method. So I'm going to create a variable called Alice sum. I'm going to set that to Alice sizes dot reduce. So reduce always takes 2 parameters, sometimes more. You can also include an index, I believe. There might be one more thing too. This is your initial total. So this variable total, that's your initial total. And then every time through the loop, we, oh, and you always got to return this too. That's kind of a tricky little part of this, but total plus num. And so if we return sum, there you go, we get 2. So what's happening here is we're going in Alice sum, and that's the num. The current total is 0, so we add 0 plus 1, we get 1. We go to the next one, now that's 1, we get 1 plus 1 equals 2. And then we want to do the same thing for Bob. So down here, let's return both of them. Right, we get 2 and 4. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the difference between those sums. So we're going to say whoops. So good. But what we actually want to do is we want to divide that by 2. And so what we're going to do, the reason why is what we're going to do next is we're going to loop through Bob sizes. And so then what we're going to look at is we're going to look at whatever number we're on, Bob sizes dot length. Oops, what am I doing? Jeez. Bob sizes at I minus some diff. Now we're getting 0, okay? What we want to do here is we want to divide this by 2 because we have 2 different arrays, right? So now sum diff is 1, and now we're going to get 1, 1. Well, look what our answer is. 1, 2, right? So there's the numbers we need, right? 1 and 2. What I mean by that is I'm sorry, 1 and 2. That's what we're looking for. So what we're going to do now is we're going to look to see if this is in Alice's sizes. Alice sizes, right? If it is, we return this and Bob sizes at I, right? Hopefully that makes sense. So we say if Alice sizes dot includes Bob sizes at I minus some diff. We just go ahead and return yeah, we return this for the first number. Because that's the number we're looking for in Alice sizes, right? And then Bob sizes at I. Here you go. Now we don't need this at all, because there's always going to be a correct answer. Let's copy all this. Let's go ahead and run the code. Submit. There you go. Works great. All right, hopefully you found this video enjoyable and helpful. If you did, please like it. It helps my channel grow. If you'd like to see more like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you again real soon.